Good morning, welcome back. We are just in the queue at the ferry port in Santander this morning. Ferry leaves at 2 o'clock I think, and it's about 11:30ish. Wanted to make sure we got here in plenty of time, so we left the campsite this morning. We kind of wanted to find a cafe for something to eat, but that didn't go to plan. So now we're just in the ferry waiting to get on, and hopefully we'll either get something when we get on, or if there's, once we get through this bit, there might be somewhere like a little cafe we can pick something up. But yeah, we'll show you a bit around the ferry when we get on, and we've got a cabin with a window this time, so we'll show you what the difference is for that. Don't think, how much more was it? I can't remember. We'll have a look and let you know how much more, but whether it's worth it. So yeah, we're just going to sit here and wait until we get on, and then we'll catch up with you then.
Yeah, so also at the end of this video we will go through all the costs and everything like that for what this trip has cost us, but we'll do that once we get back home, because we may end up spending more on the ferry, and also we'll be able to give you an update on what happened with our engine issues as well. So yeah, stay tuned till the end. Oh yeah, and before we get on the ferry, one final update on how many miles we've done on this trip. Ready for this? 1,923 miles we've done since arriving in Spain. So yeah, that's a lot of miles to do in 2 weeks. So no wonder we had a bit of an issue with the engine. So yeah, just in case you were wondering. Top deck this time, aren't we? And it's the same, but with a window.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, it's quite nice having a window though.
Yeah, it is much better having a window actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the curtains don't only stay here.
Do you think you'd pull this down?
Don't break it. I'll charge you for that. And then bathroom, same as last time. Shower,
This
toilet,
looks
sink.
different.
Yeah, this will do us, won't it, guys?
Yeah.
So we've already really explored the ship, haven't we? So we'll just get booked onto the restaurant tonight.
Then sleep.
And then yeah. Pretty choppy. Oh my god. So I've just been out on deck, getting swept away, trying to film us leaving port. And it is, as soon as we left port, it's so choppy, isn't it? Bouncing around all over the place.
Just hanging on.
Yeah, they did read out as well, on the tannoy to take extra care when moving around. But yeah, really feeling it.
The kids did the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, it's actually Easter Sunday, and the crew on board have done like a little Easter egg hunt thing for the kids, which is nice. So they've all got given some chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a cream egg as well. Get in.
And Lucian got those as well.
I understand that you don't like cream eggs, right?
I like white cream.
I know somebody who does like cream eggs. So yeah, we're just going to hunker down until dinner time, I think.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
film.
Probably won't do too much filming or
Why did they
anything.
have films on in
Yeah, I have to say, all this crew on board the ship are very friendly. The food's actually decent and it's reasonably priced as well. So yeah, I think it's not too bad actually. Brittany Ferries.
And it's better with the windows.
Yeah, and yeah, if you're having an hour in as to whether or not to get a window, I would definitely recommend getting one. It just makes such a difference to the room to have a window.
Bit of natural light.
Bit of natural light, yeah. Oh my god, it is so choppy.
Oh.
Ah. Yeah. Just the 36 hours of this. Look, you can see all the spray just coming off the front of the ship.
I can't. Oh, I can.
Wow, look at it.
Well,
So
the white
powerful.
stuff.
What's that?
Maybe it's the person driving the ship.
So we've just had a really lazy afternoon, early evening in our cabin. I've been reading my book. The kids have watched a couple of films and Lee had a bit of a sleep. It's really quite choppy this time compared to last time especially, and I can't work out if I feel a bit sick or not. But we've got a table booked in the restaurant for in about half an hour, so we're going to head there and hopefully I'll be able to eat something. How are you feeling, Celeste? Celeste's feeling a little bit funny as well, I think. But yeah, we'll see how we get on.
Bit bumpy, isn't it? Right, so it's just me and the kids. Im's feeling a bit seasick, so just me and the kids for dinner tonight in the a la carte restaurant. So let's go. Enjoying your meals, guys? Yeah. Shame Mum's not here, innit? Not the same, is it, without Mum? Never mind. Hopefully she's feeling a bit better when we get back. Well, that was a good meal. I'm full. How are you guys? Lucian looks a bit... doesn't look great. Oh dear. So we're just back at the cabin now. Had a really nice meal actually, me and the kids did. Kids had chicken nuggets and chips, and I had the buffet starter and the pork with polenta. And I've got to say, the food on board the ship, even in the cheaper restaurant, is really good. It is really good food, and it's pretty reasonably priced, and the portion sizes are decent as well. So yeah, I've got to say, the food on board is good, as is the service. All the staff are really friendly. They're all French, but don't be put off by that. They're all really nice. But anyway, back at the cabin now, so we're going to check on the seasick passenger, see how she's getting on. How you feeling?
Better now I'm lying down.
Yeah.
I'm just really sad that I didn't get the food.
Yeah, it's a
So I
shame.
am actually really hungry,
Well, I'll go and get you something if you want.
but the rocking around.
I can get you some
is
food
making
and
me
bring
feel-
it to the cabin.
Maybe something little.
Yeah, I can go to the other bar and get you something.
I just couldn't even look at the menu. You know,
No.
all rocking around.
You got as far as looking at the menu, didn't you? And then just yeah. I was just saying that when we was in the restaurant, it's at the bow of the ship, at the front. I think bow is the front, isn't it? And you could literally see the horizon like rise to the top of the windows and then drop to the bottom of the windows, just over and over and over. It's so, it is really choppy today. There's even they keep reading out that there's weather warnings and stuff. So yeah, it's not just us being dramatic. It is quite bad. And the Bay of Biscay is known for it as well. It's known for being quite choppy, but I think today is particularly bad if there's a weather warning for it.
I usually don't get seasickness. I haven't been sick, and I know I won't be. I just feel weird walking around.
Yeah, just kind of gives you a bit of a headache more than anything.
Yeah, headache, and just my stomach keeps going.
Yeah.
But lying down, I feel fine.
Yeah.
Now I'm still hungry.
I'll go and get you something. If you think I'm exaggerating about the conditions today, I can barely stand up out here. It's crazy. It's so windy, and yeah, it is really choppy as well. We're not lying. It is bad. And there you go.
Thank you.
A chicken panini.
Is that what I had earlier?
Yeah.
I've got a knife and fork.
Just getting that award from the bank. They love me.
I'm kidding. No, sorry, I forgot to get a knife and fork.
How am I going to...
Well, generally with a sandwich you can...
a salad?
Do you want the salad?
Yeah,
Don't make me go back again. I can go and get you a knife and fork if you want.
Huh?
I can go and get you a knife and fork if you want.
No, mate, do.
May do. Good like that, aren't you?
Huh?
Good like that, aren't you?
I'm good at making do.
Okay, so after getting back from the meal, kids have just been watching a film. Im's been doing some reading. She's still feeling a little bit worse for wear. So yeah, we're just still going to go to sleep now. It feels great to be back in a bed actually after 2 weeks of being in the pop top. I forgot how comfy an actual bed is, and this is, although it's not my own bed, it is still pretty comfy. So yeah, we'll catch up with you guys in the morning. So not as choppy today. We had a really good sleep, didn't we? Now
Yes.
just going for breakfast. Hi guys, so we're just back in the van now, waiting to disembark from the ferry. We've just had a really nice chilled out afternoon, played a bit of cards, had a coffee, that kind of thing. So yeah, just wanted to say that I really do rate Brittany Ferries actually. I think all the staff were brilliant on board. It was pretty nice sailing, it was really smooth today. Obviously it was a bit choppy when we first got on, but today was absolutely fine. The food's good, staff are friendly, and I don't think it's that overpriced really, do you? Like,
No,
for what it is.
considering we were on it for 36 hours, I feel like it goes quite quickly really.
Yeah.
I thought it'd really drag, but yeah, it's not been too bad.
Yeah, so if you are heading this way, I definitely rate Brittany Ferries as opposed to driving all the way through France.
Yeah, you just got to weigh up, I think, the cost, which we will later on discuss how much all this costs really, and let you know whether it'd be something doable for you if you're interested.
Yeah, so we're just going to get off the ferry now. We're going to drive home, and then we'll end this video in a couple of days' time once the dust settled a little bit. We'll make a nice spreadsheet of how much everything costs, and we'll put it all up on the screen for you so it'll look nice. And also we'll update you on how it goes with our issue with the engine as well. So yeah, fingers crossed that won't be
Fingers crossed we make
too
it home.
expensive. And fingers crossed we make it home. Yeah, and if we don't, then we'll probably show you a bit of that as well. But yeah, we'll catch you in a couple of days' time.
Bye.
Welcome back to England. Getting a traffic jam. Honestly. Welcome back to the UK. Straight into a traffic jam. I just don't understand it. When you get off the ferry from France, they let you straight off. And in Spain, it probably took about 20 minutes. But we've been sat here for ages already and we're not moving. Welcome back to the UK. Sort it out, Portsmouth Harbour.
Hi guys. So as you can see, we made it back from Portsmouth. We're back home now. The journey back took about 3 hours once we got through border control. So now the dust is settled, we just wanted to give you a bit of a cost breakdown, just in case you were thinking about getting the ferry over to Spain and or Portugal, and having a road trip yourself.
Yeah, so hopefully we've given you a little bit of inspiration. We absolutely loved it. It's definitely one of the best holidays that we've had, as it was just so varied, and we did a bit of everything. It was almost like a load of little mini holidays all crammed into one sort of 2.5 week trip. So it was a cruise, it was city sightseeing, like cultural sightseeing, beach, family fun. It was just perfect for us, as we're not the sort that like sitting around a pool all day.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the biggest cost of the trip, and that was the ferry. You can do it for cheaper than what we did it for, if you opt for not having a cabin and sleep in one of those reserved chairs. But with kids, we needed beds, and we definitely recommend a cabin, just so you can relax and chill out in your room, rather than having to just constantly walk around the ship. So for us, we paid $1,450 for a return, and that included the van, an essential cabin on the way out, and then a window for the way back. Definitely recommend a window as well, because I don't know, just if there's any kind of rockiness, it helps having the window. So yeah,
Nice just to look out the window as well.
yeah. And we also spent around £100 roughly, maybe a little bit more, on food on the way out and back, which I don't think is too bad.
No.
And the food was really good as well.
Yeah, excellent. And the next biggest expense for us was food and drink whilst we were out and about. So in like restaurants, cafes and bars, and getting the kids ice cream and that kind of things. And that's always one of our favourite things to do when we go away, especially abroad, as we just love sampling like all the local food and stuff. So we spent in total £725 on that.
I mean, if you were going to go, you could easily cut that down, I reckon.
Yeah, of course you could, yeah.
But,
especially if you've got your own cooking facilities.
Yeah, because we also, when we stayed with my dad, we went out for about 3 or 4 meals with them, so that totted it up as well.
Yeah.
So then it was fuel. We spent in total apparently £311. That's very precise.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, good value, I suppose. We also coincidentally spent £311 on attractions, and that was things like when me and Lucian went to the Bernabeu and you went to the Sweet Space Museum, when we went to La Mesquita, when we went to Zoo Marine, and I think things like when we got the horse and carriage around Seville, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we spent there.
Yeah. We spent £178 on campsites, which was just over 2 weeks. Isn't bad, I don't think. So we did stay at my dad's for 4 nights. It was going to be 3, but we ended up staying there for 4, so that helped. And we also stayed in free airs. So you really could spend a lot more or less depending on how you break up the campsites versus the airs.
Yeah, certainly if you've got more of like a motorhome, you could, it'd make more sense probably to stay at more free airs. But with a camper van, we kind of
needed the facilities.
You do need facilities, yeah. I mean, we can just about get away with it for maybe like 1 night, but yeah, after that we need like proper showers and everything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. We also spent roughly £150 in supermarkets, and again, this could have been higher if we hadn't spent so much eating out. I've got to say the supermarkets in Spain and Portugal are really good. They've got much nicer and fresher looking produce than what we're used to here in the UK. And also I'd say that they're quite a bit cheaper, or a little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's quite good for what we spent. So the next one is tolls. We spent nothing in Spain as they don't have toll roads, but in Portugal it was £124, but that does include the fine we had to pay when we didn't take a ticket, so it could be a lot less, so it's not too bad.
No. We also used public transport and taxis or Ubers and things like that when we were in cities, just because it makes life so much easier. I personally didn't fancy driving into like central Madrid or Lisbon and trying to find a parking spot, but if you're brave you could, I suppose. So we spent £69 on transport.
Yeah, and then next is souvenirs. We did get a few bits and bobs, some for the kids, some for the van or whatever, and we spent £68 on souvenirs.
Yep. And finally, the bill from the garage that we went to, we paid about £50 for that, but that did include a tip for them because they literally dropped everything that they were doing that day to help us out, and gave up about 2.5 hours of their time. So that brings us on to the next update for you, and that's the van issues that we've had. The check engine light actually went off shortly after returning to the UK. I did speak to my local mechanic here, and he had previously inspected the DPF and said that it looked clean, and he said that there might be a carbon blockage in the EGR valve, but he said it looked like previously there was evidence of a chemical clean. So hopefully it was just something to do with the poor quality fuel in Spain or a glitch or something. I have continued to use the premium fuel ever since, so my bank balance is a lot lower than what it should be. Fingers crossed we won't have any more problems, but let me know if you have a transporter and you've had issues with dashboard lights coming on and going off by themselves regularly, because some people say that they are just a bit sensitive and they do come on and stuff like that, but yeah, I'd love to know what your experience is.
So in total we spent approximately £3,506, which for a 17-night road trip through Spain and Portugal, getting the ferry as well, I don't think that's too bad. But yeah, what do you think? Is that roughly what you want to spend? Is that less than you thought it would cost? Is that more than you thought it would cost? And also, yeah, has that made you think that you might want to do a trip like this? And yeah, and also if you did, what would you have done differently? What places would you recommend seeing in Spain? Because we really fancy going again.
Yeah, if you've done it before, let us know in the comments what you've seen and what you'd recommend. We'd love to know, because we certainly want to do it again. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this series of videos that we've done on Spain and Portugal. We'd like to welcome all of our subscribers, as we're a new channel. We really appreciate your support. So it really would help us out if you haven't already, by hitting the subscribe button, and by giving this video a like and dropping a comment as well. So yeah, other than that, thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and hope you found that this video was interesting as well. And we will see you on the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.